Hello, monarchs. Today we'd like to welcome UNM, New Mexico Tech, and NMSU to the Monarch. Here we have Jackie Kennedy with New Mexico State University and Ms. Hilary Panetta. And we have Josiah Martinez from UNM, and his presentation is getting loaded and ready for you. This presentation is going to be great for all our Monarch seniors and any juniors interested in seeing how the admissions process works, and any student really to get a preview of what these universities have to offer. So we're going to begin with UNM. We're going to get that presentation pulled up. And I hope you enjoy this information.
Questions on how it is to be a student, I can answer that. I came from out of state. I was also a first generation student, so if you're in that similar boat, I can definitely help you with that. So hello, Manzano High School. My name is Josiah Martinez, and I'm one of the admissions representatives here at the University of New Mexico. Thank you for joining in today. I have a small slideshow presentation for you just to give you information on our wonderful university. So a little bit about myself. I did attend UNM, so if you have any questions on how it is to be a student, I can answer that. I came from out of state. I was also a first generation student, so if you're in that similar boat, I can definitely help you with that. So we'll go ahead and get started on this. So why choose UNM? So definitely, you guys are from Albuquerque, so this is your hometown, but you have a world-class university located right here in your city. And there's tons of people from all over the country, all over the world that both work for UNM and attend UNM. So you're gonna make great friends that aren't only from the Albuquerque metro area, but from both near and far. So why choose UNM? This is like a little bit of slam poetry to kind of like sum it all up. But from artists and inventors to engineers and inventors, Lobos create a collaborative environment unlike any other. With over 200 academic programs and expert faculty from all over the world, you can define your future at the University of New Mexico. So I'm going to speak on a few different things really quick. So first I wanted to start with academic programs. We have over 200 different degree programs here at our university that you can choose from. So anything that you want to study, we pretty much do have. If you have any questions on majors or what you want to do and how and what major coincides with that, you're welcome to reach out to me and let me know. My contact information will be at the end of this slideshow. But we do have majors under subject areas of arts and humanities, business and policy, health sciences, science, technology, and engineering, and teaching and learning. The first college that's on there is the College of Arts and Sciences, and that's our biggest college on campus. So that has most of our majors, and especially the ones that are most common. So like communication, journalism, biology, psychology, sociology, history, languages, Chicano studies, Africana studies, Native American studies, etc. The other colleges that are on here are pretty self-explanatory as to what majors they do have within them: architecture, nursing, law, etc. A couple other things I want to mention: we are a top 100 engineering school. Our College of Education is great. A lot of students get really great scholarships since we are in a teacher shortage here in the state of New Mexico. We are the only law school and medical school in the state of New Mexico, so you're definitely welcome to come here if that's something that you're wanting to do as well. And we also have a really good architecture program, and it's ranked number 3 in the nation for the most affordable architecture school. So with all of these majors and all of these programs, we are considered an R1, which is a Research 1 university, which is the highest level of research distinction that we have. So that's something that's really great because any major that you do, you can conduct research. And this is completely voluntary. It's not required to graduate from UNM, but I definitely suggest to take advantage of this opportunity. Students of all levels, undergraduate, graduate, and even our faculty are conducting research, and our research gets posted out to many different scholarly journals and articles as well. So that's something that's really great. We're very proud of that. We have large-scale research such as COVID-19 research, cancer research, a lot of psychology and sociology research going into play as well. So just know that this is an option when you come here. Something that's really good, especially that is really good for our local students, since they've grown up here, and that some of them want to get out, this is the great chance to do it at a very affordable price. So we have our Study Abroad and National Student Exchange program. The Study Abroad program is studying in another country, and we have 150 institutions around the world that we are partnered with. And the National Student Exchange is here within the United States. So you can go and study somewhere outside of the US or here within the US for the same tuition price as you would be attending UNM. So that's as far as your tuition on classes. The only price difference when it comes to study abroad and NSC would be depending on what the housing prices would be at the other institution and what your living arrangement would be. But a lot of students do actually go for little money out of pocket or even for free, because you can utilize financial aid, scholarships, lottery, and then there are also scholarships available through these respected offices to help you to go and study abroad or study at another university here in the country. So you can go to Spain, you can go to South America, an East Asian country, maybe even California or Texas. So this is a really great opportunity. So something that I loved about UNM, I still love it about UNM, is that we are an institution that's here to serve you and help you. No matter what background or where you come from or what you're studying, we are here to help you no matter what. We have our ethnic resource centers on campus, El Centro de la Raza, African American Student Services, American Indian Student Services. We have a fully functioning clinic on campus if you need to go see a doctor. We also have our tutoring services as well that are included in your tuition, so definitely utilize that to be as successful as possible within your degree. So when you come to university, when you go to college, it's more than just going to class and going home. If you do that, it's going to be super boring. So join a club or two. It's a really great opportunity. It's so much fun. We have clubs. We have over 400 different student clubs and organizations on campus to choose from, and this ranges from academically driven clubs like honor societies, business fraternities, pre-professional societies, as well as funner organizations, so like a hiking club, skiing club, fraternity and sorority life. So anything that you could think of, we probably have a club for it. In addition to those, UNM puts on really fun events, a lot of dance parties, a lot of opportunities for free food. Sometimes you get like free giveaways too. So, and this is like really great because you get to go to them and you don't pay anything as being a UNM student. So definitely take advantage of these events, because sometimes when people graduate, they're like, oh, I wish I would have went to that dance party or something, just because you won't experience something like that again after you graduate. As far as on-campus housing, you guys being Albuquerque residents, you wouldn't have to live on campus, but I highly recommend it. GPAs tend to be a lot higher for students that live on campus because you're right there next to all the resources. The library is open pretty late. We have different residence halls that you can choose from. We have traditional style. We also have a suite and apartment style. So whichever one you choose, you're welcome to do. Our meal plan is amazing. You can access that 24/7, and it's unlimited access as well. So you don't have to worry about only going twice a day. You can go 3 to 4 times a day if you want. You can go just to grab coffee, or you can go and eat a 5-course meal at the buffet, whichever one that you want. To look at housing prices and different housing floor plans, you can look at housing.unm.edu. So as far as admission, if you guys haven't done so already, our admissions process is very simple. So I ask all of you that are here today to go and apply right now. It only takes about 15 to 20 minutes to complete, but you can go to apply.unm.edu. The application does not have any essays or anything. It's literally just your demographic information, residency, military, a few academic questions as far as what classes you're taking, if you take dual credit, and you are good to go. You can apply right now for free. Your application fee will be waived until November 1st. So please just apply today, but you still have some time to do that as well. When you get to the payment section at the end of the application, just be sure to press pay later. Do not pay the fee because you don't have to. So unless if it's after November 1st, then you do have to. So after you do that, go directly into Parchment through your school, and please request your official transcript to be sent to us. We are only going to be looking at your unweighted cumulative GPA. So please know that we're looking for at least a 2.5. We are not looking at ACT or SAT scores for admission or scholarships, and I'm going to get to scholarships in a moment. So you're welcome to definitely send a score to us, though. This will help us to place you in classes once you get here, but we aren't going to be looking at it for admissions or scholarship. And then if you're taking any dual credit, you're welcome to send that transcript from that other institution, so like CNM or wherever you took those through. But we don't need those until probably like after you graduate high school. You can wait to send those then. You don't have to send them now. So I'll go into cost of attendance really quick. So the tuition and fees listed here, that's for a full-time student at UNM, and that's for the full year. So if you divide that in half, that's how much it is per semester. This is for 15 to 18 credit hours per semester. If you decide to live on campus, that number is right there, but this is an all-inclusive number of your housing, meal plan, laundry, printing. So it's a really great deal, actually, and it's 10 whole months of living on campus. Books and supplies, transportation, miscellaneous, those numbers can definitely vary. So where you buy your books and supplies from, if you're a commuter student or if you're not. And then miscellaneous will be like if you want to go to a concert with your friends downtown, or if you have to go to the doctor or something comes up. So budgeting for that. So the cost of attendance there, that is not what students pay. It's not what you're going to be writing a check for. So just know that. This is before your lottery scholarship goes in. So the lottery will cover 50% of tuition at UNM. So that's really great. So half of your tuition you don't even have to worry about. And then this, you would also, so on top of lottery, you can get financial aid as well as institutional scholarships, which I'll get to in a moment. So just be sure when you come to UNM, you complete 15 credit hours with at least a 2.5 GPA. Please do that. It breaks my heart when students come to UNM and then they lose their lottery because they did not fulfill that requirement. So here are the scholarship information is on scholarship.unm.edu. I'll go through these pretty quickly, but if you have any questions, you're welcome to reach out. So the Regensome Presidential Scholarship, I will tell you right now that those do have a scholarship application that you can find on that scholarship website. These are basically full rides. The Regent is a full ride, including housing. The Presidential is basically a full ride as far as tuition. So for the Regents, we're looking just for a 3.9 unweighted cumulative GPA. All of these are actually looking at your unweighted cumulative. So whatever that is, you can see what you would qualify for. The Presidential Scholarship is looking for a 3.75. The next scholarships that I'm going to go through do not require an application. You're automatically considered for these scholarships when you apply to UNM, and we see that you have satisfied that academic requirement of that unweighted cumulative GPA. I do suggest the earlier that you get admitted, the better to be able to receive these scholarships. So we have the Woodward Scholarship, about $4,000 per year. That does not include the legislative lottery. I apologize that is wrong on the slideshow here, but we're looking for a 4.0 unweighted cumulative GPA. The UNM Scholars is about $3,000 per year, and we're looking for a 3.85 to 3.99 unweighted cum. And then the UNM Achievers, that's about $2,000 a year, 3.60 to 3.84 unweighted cumulative GPA. And then the next two that I'm going to go through, they're one semester scholarships to help you. Since you will not be receiving lottery your first semester, you have to do the 15 hours with 2.5 GPA. You wouldn't receive lottery until spring. So the bridge to success is $1,000 for that first semester, and we're looking for at least a 3.3 to 3.59. And then we also have the success grant. It's also just $1,000, so 2.5 to 3.29. And this one with the success grant, you have to have a FAFSA on file. I'm not worried about that because I know all of you will fill out the FAFSA and have one on file with UNM. The last thing I want to go through as far as scholarship, this isn't one that you would apply for now right away, but the Lobo Aim to Achieve is basically a scholarship that if you come here and you graduate in 4 years, then you would basically be able to get your last semester paid for. So you don't have to go paying that one, which is awesome. So as far as virtual events, we do have fall virtual preview days. If you go to admissions.unm.edu under the Visit Us tab, there's a campus event section that says Fall Preview. You can click on that and it will take you to this screen that's here. Our next one is October 28th and 29th, and they are evening. So you can actually speak with different departments from UNM, which is great, and then also get some information, kind of like what I just gave you, but you're welcome to ask any question at any time with that. You will have to pre-register for those. So here is my information. You're welcome to take a picture of this or write it down. My email is right there, and then my phone number is actually my work cell phone, so you're welcome to call me or even text me if you feel comfortable with that as well. But definitely be in contact with me. Any questions that come up about UNM or college in general, I am more than willing to help you out. I really hope to see you guys next year here at UNM. It's a great institution. It was the best 4 years of my life, I will say. So I want to have that for you guys as well. There's tons of opportunities here. It's a very big institution, and I promise you, you will definitely enjoy your time. All right, well, good luck on the rest of your senior year, and I hope to be hearing from you all soon. Have a good day. Bye.
Thanks to Josiah for that great presentation, very informative, and he is very responsive over email and over the phone, so definitely reach out to him if you have specific questions. So now I have Hilary Panetta with us, and she's been at New Mexico Tech since as long as I've been a counselor. She's been there a long time, so she's a wealth of knowledge of the campus, and she's a super fun person in general. I encourage you to take a picture of this screen to reach out to her as well. Hilary, we can start with the video getting geared up to have a preview of life at New Mexico Tech.
When I came here for my tour, I felt very welcomed.
It has a nice campus, it's small, and there's a lot of one-on-one with profs.
When I started reading about their research that they do here, it definitely caught my interest.
I'm originally from Albuquerque, which is only an hour away, and I never knew about the university. And I was about 2 months away from going somewhere else, and then come to find out, it's like, oh, there's a school that's right next to me. The price range was fantastic. The fact that it was a STEM-based research school was fantastic, and I knew it was going to be difficult coming in. Those are all draws for me.
One thing that I do love about tech is smaller class sizes. I always feel like that was a big thing for me, where I had that community within the classroom.
We can approach professors without having to worry that you're bothering them. They give you time.
They want to get to know you. My advisor, she knows my interests. She's always bringing up internships or scholarships I could look into, and they'll help you find your path here.
We have all these clubs that students can come out and have an outlet, like bouldering and rock climbing, tea club.
You'll find a group so quickly. There's a place for everyone.
There was a message that came out from faculty. They wanted to gauge students and see if esports was actually something that they wanted to create. I was one of the first people to the meeting. This project came into my lap, and the rest of the faculty and staff around the university who are really embracing this and allowing me to explore it.
I just feel like I have all the full support from tech. It's perfect. It's a great school.
As you get deeper along into your coursework, you get exposed to more and more projects, and it just shows you what you're working towards.
I knew from a young age that I wanted to help people, and that's my big goal. Coming from an underserved community, I saw firsthand how hard it is to get good treatment sometimes, and I would like to help out.
You have the ability to make a tangible difference in the world. It's inspiring, and my ideas actually do make an impact. Let's put that out there and see what happens.
Hilary, that video gave me the chills. And I follow the astronomy account on Instagram. I just love New Mexico Tech and how it's like the Ivy League feel in a small community. So as we get your presentation ready, we'll just let you dive in, share your information with us. And I want to just reiterate to the students that transcripts through Parchment are the easiest and fastest way to get to New Mexico Tech. And don't forget to add them to your FAFSA list when you're filling out your financial aid application. All right, Hilary, we'll let you take it from here.
Awesome. Well, hello, everyone. I'm sad, and I know the other recruiters are sad that we cannot be in person with you all, but we're happy we can connect virtually. My name is Hilary Panetta. I am the Associate Director of Admission for New Mexico Tech. I will give a quick presentation about New Mexico Tech, and please feel free to get a hold of me. My contact information will be at the last slide as well if you have any questions. And a little bit about New Mexico Tech. We are located in Socorro, New Mexico. So it's a quick 1-hour drive down south, right down I-25. Next slide, please. At New Mexico Tech, we are very proud of our rankings. We're ranked #1 for top public university in New Mexico, #4 for best Hispanic serving university in America, #49th for top public university in America, number 5 for top public college, number 18 for best regional university in the Western United States, and we're always ranked number 1 in the top 1% for best value for our engineering programs. Next slide, please. Some notable alumni that we have, Contessa Gingrich. She's a brand new alumni. I like to talk about her a little bit. She got her degree in chemical engineering, and she's now working as an engineer at the National Robotics Engineering Center doing artificial intelligence. That just kind of gives you the background of what kind of degree you can get at New Mexico Tech. Her job has nothing to do with the degree that she got, but because of all of her research and her internships, she was able to land this job. And she actually had a really great internship with NASA and some other great companies. Retired director of Los Alamos National Labs, Dr. Terry Wallace. He really helped cultivate a great program with the labs and New Mexico Tech. So we have a really great relationship with them, great co-ops, and a lot of our students do get hired there and do a lot of research there. And then if any of you guys have an Xbox or play an Xbox, Vice President of Game Publishing for Microsoft, Ed Fries, he was the co-developer of the Xbox. And then a petroleum businessman, Lucas London. He's really well known in the petroleum world. He's a multi-billionaire, very successful on various boards across the country in petroleum and natural gas. Next slide, please. Where are New Mexico Tech students going? Here's just a handful of companies that come and hire our students. We do have 2 big career fairs throughout the year, one in the fall, one in the spring. These companies come from all over the country. We even have a couple that come out of the country to recruit our students. They do in-person hiring throughout the 2 weeks that they're there. We do have a career service department that helps students with their resume, cover letters, and do mock interviews. About 85% of our students will have jobs before they even graduate, and 6 months after graduation, 93% of our students will have a job. Next slide, please. So our admission requirements, we do require a 2.5 GPA, a 21 on the ACT, or a 1070 on the SAT. We also honor dual credit, AP credit, and IB credit. If you do have any questions about dual credit or AP credit, please let me know. I will help you evaluate your transcripts if you've had any dual credit, and 3, 4s, and 5s will get you AP credit at New Mexico Tech. Next slide, please. So we are a small university. We have a little under 1,900 students, about 1,400 undergrad, and a little under 500 graduate students. Student-faculty ratio is 12-1. Our average class size is about 25 students. Your largest class size will be freshman chemistry, and that's anywhere around 60 students. A lot of our students are testing out of freshman chemistry with dual credit and AP credit. Your smallest class size can be 1 student, and that would be an independent study with your professor, so doing some type of research. And then average lab class size is about 12 students. And then fun fact about New Mexico Tech, 99% of our full-time faculty have their PhD, so they're really well educated and you're really learning from the best professors. Next slide, please. College of Engineering, these are all of our programs. New Mexico Tech is a very hands-on university, so they compete in a lot of engineering design team competitions. You will have a junior and senior design project that's associated with your degree. We also do have accelerated 5-year bachelor's and master's programs, and that is indicated by the asterisk. And our top engineering programs are currently mechanical engineering, computer science, and electrical engineering. Next slide, please. So College of Arts and Science programs, we do have, again, accelerated options, the 5-year bachelor's and master's programs. Top 3 science programs that we have are biology, biomedical science, and chemistry. And we're ranked #1 in the country for our physics program. So we're only one of 5 universities in the entire country that offers astrophysics and atmospheric physics. Next slide, please. And on-campus housing, we do have a bunch of different style dorms on campus. We have your traditional style, which means community style. Restrooms and showers are down the hall. We have a female dorm, we have a male dorm, and then we also have co-ed dorms. And then suite style means 2 rooms are conjoined by a bathroom. So the only deal with this is that 4 people are sharing 1 bathroom, and you will have to clean your own restroom. Janitorial services do not go into your dorms to clean the restrooms in that suite style apartments. And then apartment style dorms on campus as well as off campus. Our off campus apartments aren't very far. They're only 2 blocks away, so it's very easy to get onto campus by biking or even walking. We also have family and graduate housing. Fun fact about New Mexico Tech, we have free laundry and free parking for our students that live on campus as well too. So no need to look for quarters or any of that. It's free to you as long as all you need to purchase is laundry detergent. Next slide, please. So tuition and fees, tuition is a little under $8,500. Room and board is kind of worst case scenario. So that is factoring in our apartment style dorm with the highest meal plan. So if you get a traditional style dorm with a mid to lower meal plan, you can cut off about $2,000 off that cost. So you're looking about $15,000 to $17,000 per year to attend a nationally ranked science and engineering university. And on the next slide, we'll show you how you will pay for school. So we will offer every New Mexico resident a one-time scholarship of $1,400 that helps bridge the gap between the legislative lottery scholarship. So you do have to earn the lottery scholarship. So you have to have a 15 credit hours and a 2.5 GPA, and that kicks in. And then we also offer merit-based scholarships. Our merit-based scholarships start at a 3.0 and a 23 ACT or 1130 SAT. We do stack our scholarships directly on top of the lottery, any financial aid, and any external scholarships. So a lot of our students will graduate with 0 to little debt. And then if you have enough scholarship money and financial aid money to pay for your tuition and housing, we actually write you a check and pretty much pay you to attend New Mexico Tech. So some important dates that we have coming up. Expiration Day, that's our big open house. We are having 2 events, and they are going to be virtual this year. So if you want more information, please fill out the application or the contact card, and we will send you out the link and the RSVP sheet. And then another important date, scholarship deadline is March 1st. So you have to be admitted by then, which means we need your application, your transcript, and then an ACT or an SAT score. And if you do have any questions, we also do one-on-one virtual visits, so by email, phone, or Zoom. So if you have any questions, please sign up for one of those. We also offer information sessions, so a longer presentation like this and a live virtual campus tour every first Friday of the month. So if you've never been to New Mexico Tech, I would highly recommend to sign up for that presentation and tour. And then again, here's the application link and my contact information. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm here to help, as well as all the other recruiters. And thank you guys for attending today.
Thank you, Hilary. And just to clarify, you are still needing test scores for the scholarships, the merit.
Yes.
And what about admissions? Is it test optional, or do they still need a test score?
We're still requiring the tests for admissions and scholarships, so both.
Okay. And with your GPA, is that weighted or unweighted?
We will take the highest, so either weighted or unweighted.
Okay, good stuff. Well, I'm glad these tests are being offered and that they're giving these students an incentive to go for those big scholarships, because a lot of them right now are sitting at the GPA they had semester 1 of 11th grade. So it gives them something to work for. But thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so next we have NMSU with my friend Jackie Kennedy. She's been at NMSU since I can remember, and she always makes these events so fun, and it's too bad we can't be in person. But let's welcome Miss Jackie Kennedy, and let's watch her. Do we have a video? Or I think she's gonna get the video up. Miss Carr is behind the curtain getting our tech stuff together. Here it is. All right, let's watch this video. Awesome video. I've had some former students go play football there and cheer there, and they're just having a blast. So while your presentation gets pulled up, are you having a lot of attendance at your virtual fairs and virtual events?
Yeah, so I think that this is a good way to connect with you all, since we can't come in the classroom, but as soon as we can do that, we will be with you in person. But I'm so glad for every one of you that have decided to attend today, because these are a really good way to get information and not get left behind out of opportunities. Yeah. So, yeah.
Thank you for reiterating that.
So we'll go ahead and we'll get started here. So thank you for the introduction. My name is Jackie Kennedy, and I have been with New Mexico State it's going to be almost 7 years. And so I am your admissions advisor, though. So Manzano out there, if you have questions about New Mexico State, literally anything, financial aid, housing, admissions, I will be your go-to person. So at the very end of the presentation, something that you can absolutely take a screenshot of with your phone, so you have it always, is my contact information, because I genuinely do want to help you throughout the year here. So New Mexico State is located in Las Cruces, New Mexico. So we are about 3.5 hours from Albuquerque. So I think this is the best opportunity to take advantage of all of the in-state perks. So you can be in-state, you get your in-state tuition, you have your New Mexico lottery scholarship, but you're also the perfect distance from home, because you can make it down to Cruces and back in a day if you want to make frequent trips home, but you want a different experience than that you've had here in Albuquerque. So in terms of size, so this is the second largest four-year university in New Mexico, but we are considered a medium-sized campus. So we have about 14,000 undergraduate students, and we were able to take this big campus and still give you that one-on-one attention. And you can see here from the slide that our average class size is about 27. So your professors will know who you are, which I think that was something that when I looked at New Mexico State, I wasn't sure about. All I heard was that it was big, right? And so I want you to know that we are here to help and support you. So on the next slide here, we will talk about our programs of study. So at New Mexico State University, we have over 100 different degree options. So when you all are doing your college search, the one thing that I would say is just a piece of advice is look for colleges that have at least 2 or 3 things that you're interested in. And if they have those, apply. Just because you apply to a university does not obligate you to attend. What it does is it gives you options. So I would absolutely love all the seniors in here to apply to New Mexico State, because it is going to be free through November 1st. But in speaking to programs, so New Mexico State has a lot of different programs, so I can't go through all of those today. So this is where some follow-up meetings with me would be really helpful for you. But we are known for our agriculture programs. So we are one of the few campuses that still has live animals on campus. And a cool opportunity that you could have in one of our courses is you get to put your hand inside of a cow's stomach. If you didn't know, a cow has 4 stomachs, and you can put your hand in one if you come to New Mexico State. We also have a very well-known hotel, restaurant, tourism management program. So we have students that maybe want to be in the hospitality industry, whether it's hotel, or maybe you want to open your own brewery, or maybe you want to open your own coffee shop. There's a lot of different things that students are looking for. So we also have some alumni that I think that you might be surprised that have come from New Mexico State. So these alumni, we have the Deputy Director of the FBI, David Bowditch, and he's an Albuquerque guy. He actually grew up right here, and he got his start at New Mexico State. The co-founder of Pixar is from Clovis, New Mexico, and he has an art degree from New Mexico State. And then there's a guy who is the CEO of a small coffee company called Starbucks. So I know that you in here have actually been to Starbucks, and it's pretty cool that the CEO is from New Mexico State. So again, with all these degree programs, you can get your start here at New Mexico State. This is a great school with some smaller class sizes, and we really pride ourselves on the hands-on education that you'll have here. So let's talk about the admission requirements here. So again, I think today my biggest goal for you is to apply. So it is free to apply to New Mexico State through November 1st. So I want you to get on, fill the things out, and when I get your application, there are going to be one of 3 things here that I'm going to look for. And as long as you meet one of these 3, you'll be admitted to New Mexico State. So if you have a 2.75 cumulative weighted GPA from Manzano High School, you're in, you're good. Now, the test, you may want to take it if you don't have a 2.75. I am encouraging you to take the ACT or the SAT so I can see if you can score a 21 or a 1060. The third way to be admitted to New Mexico State is by graduating in the top 20% of your class. So this year, in terms of admission requirements, one thing that we are doing is we are waiving the test. So if you, again, have the GPA of a 2.75, the test part is optional for you. A tip whenever you are getting ready to sit down and do your application, do know your cumulative weighted GPA from your transcript. And like Ms. Chavez had mentioned earlier, you can order your transcript from Parchment and send it to yourself so you know exactly what you're typing in to your application so I can review it for admission. So on the next slide here, we're going to talk about some of the scholarships that we offer. So the next series of scholarships that I talk about, these are awarded from the GPA that is on your admission application. So you do not have to do any additional things to get most of these awards that I talk about. The cool thing about these New Mexico scholarships is that they are renewable for 4 years and they stack on top of the lottery scholarship. So these first 2 here, if you have a 3.8 GPA or better, my hope for you is that you'll take advantage of applying for free today, and then you'll mark your calendar to put on your to-do list that you want to submit your Scholar Dollars application by December 1st. And we'll talk more about what Scholar Dollar is later in the presentation. But those are the 2 things that need to be done to be considered for these. And these are excellent scholarships. The first one, it pays for 1 year of housing. All of your tuition and fees are paid for. You have a stipend even. So these are really, really good money to help you pay for school. So on the next slide, we'll show the next set of scholarships. So these 2, Hadley Honors and Crimson Success, they also have a December 1st deadline. So again, that's why you want to take the opportunity to apply today. And if you have a 3.6 cumulative weighted GPA or better, you'll be eligible for one of these 2. So you'll notice that Hadley has 3.8 GPA, just like the other 2 did. But the difference is that if for some reason, let's say you don't mark your calendar to do Scholar Dollar and you don't submit it by December 1st, then Hadley Honors would be the award that we issue to you. So on the next slide, these are the other 3 opportunities. So if you have a 3.0 to a 3.59, you would be issued one of these 3 awards. So for all of you that are in attendance today, if you have a 3.0 cumulative GPA or better, we have a 4-year renewable scholarship for you that stacks on top of the lottery. These are limited awards, so I do encourage you to do your applications early, because as we get closer to the start of school, there's less funding available. So I don't want to see my Manzano kids apply late. I want to see you apply first so you get the best of the best. So on the next slide, I do want to talk about the New Mexico Lottery Scholarship, because I think this is kind of confusing for families at times. So how this works is the first semester of your freshman year, you don't have the lottery scholarship and you work towards earning it. So while you're at New Mexico State, your first semester, we'll ask you to take 15 credit hours, and we want you to do your absolute very best and get at least a 2.5 GPA. And then the lottery scholarship will start your spring semester. Something that was new a couple years ago, but people also don't realize this, is that in order to receive the New Mexico Lottery Scholarship, you want to go to a New Mexico institution within 16 months after graduating from high school. So you don't want to go out of state, because if you go out of state to another school, then you can't come back and get the lottery, but you could possibly take a back from school and then start up and still be eligible for the New Mexico Lottery Scholarship. And again, our first-time freshman scholarships that we talked about on the previous few slides, they'll stack on top of the lottery scholarship. So you'll have extra money when that starts in the spring. So then the next opportunity that's listed on the next slide here is Scholar Dollars. So this is what I had mentioned for those top 2 scholarships, but I still want to encourage every one of you to do this. So Scholar Dollars opened on October 1st, and its priority deadline will be March 1st this year. And this is the perfect opportunity for you to tell me more about you. So we've spent a lot of time just saying, hey, like, what's your GPA? Hey, like, what's your test score? But I don't know anything else about you. So this is your place to tell me. So tell me about your career aspirations. Tell me about the sports that you're involved in. Tell me about community service that you've done. Tell me more about you. And we'll be sending this one scholarship application to your department to review for any aid that you qualify for. So the next slide will show cost of attendance. So I think this is an important consideration for families. So you will have your first-time freshman scholarship if you have a 3.0 or better. You'll have the New Mexico Lottery Scholarship, because I'm assuming that all of you are going to work really hard and have that. And you also have filled out your FAFSA with your family. So those are 3 ways to help pay for school. And then this here is the total cost that you have. So this is an estimate for 1 year of attending New Mexico State. So if you were to go to school full time, live on campus, and eat on campus, you're looking at approximately 17 grand for the entire year. And that's the direct cost. So the indirect costs are things that are a little more flexible that you as a family can, use those variables and play with those costs, like books, supplies, personal expenses, and transportation. That's just up to you on a personal level how much that is going to be. But that's an estimate that we've projected for that. So things to note about the tuition and fees and the things, like, you get a lot out of this. You get to go to a well-known Division I school. It's got the sporting events that you can attend with just your student ID card. There's over 200 different student organizations. We have rock climbing walls. We have Olympic-sized pool. We have climbing walls, which are really cool. And then to support your education, I think that one of the things that we do really well is our tutoring resources. So we have tutoring that's available to students for math, for English, and some of our harder classes that, when you're adjusting to college, you're like, I didn't know accounting was going to be hard, or chemistry. Geez, I have questions about that. So we really want to see you take advantage of some of the student resources. We are also a campus that has our own police department and our own fire station. So in terms of like response, unmatched, because we're not waiting for the city to respond. We have our own people that are there. And we also have a health center. So those are things that, I think when you're thinking about your cost, like you want to look at what are all the things that I do get out of this. And that's why you all are attending these presentations, to learn more about that. So in closing, I do want to leave you with a checklist of things to do, because I think about myself at 17, 18 years old, and especially college. Like I was a little intimidated by the process, and I didn't necessarily know, what do I do next? Am I on track? Like, I was afraid to talk to my admissions advisor because I was really shy. And I regret that. Like, I wish I would have reached out to the person that was me at that time and said, what do I need to do? Or am I good? Right? So I can say, if you are doing these 8 things on the screen, if you're just moving through each of them throughout the year, then you will have done everything that you need to do to become an Aggie at New Mexico State. So for some of you, you may have applied already, so you can move on to creating your MyNMSU account and applying for Scholar Dollar. And for others, I would, again, really encourage you to apply. It's free. And I'd love to just share more with you about New Mexico State. So in closing here, I want to leave you with my contact information, which is on this next slide here, so that you all can reach out to me. You can call me, you can text me, you can email, like whatever is best for you. Other things I'd just really like to share with you is that we are doing in-person campus visits. So if you and your family want to get out of the house, come to Las Cruces. We are hosting 1 New Mexico family a day. And to stay in line with governor orders, we can have 4 of you, so 4 family members and our tour guide. But then you can come see campus for yourself and see if it's a good fit for you. We are also hosting a virtual open house called Aggie Experience, and that will be on November 14th. We do daily webinars at 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. And then, of course, I'm always available to meet with you one-on-one. So send me an email, a text, a call. I really do want to meet you and help support you as you figure out what you want to do next year. So, and thanks for having me, Ms. Chavez. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming. And you really hit a lot of the points that I think it's good for them to hear from recruiters is reach out, ask questions, ask for help. Don't close opportunities. Put your name in every hat and see what you get offered to you in the spring. It's almost like we have to do these little steps, plant the seeds, and then reap what we sow in the spring when we get the offer letters. So thank you for sharing that. It's really good for them to hear.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Josiah, Hilary, Jackie, all very responsive over the phone, over email, over text, and so am I. So those of you that were able to hear this live, great, awesome. It's going to stay on YouTube, so you can go back and listen to it. You might have missed something, or you might hear something new, or you might decide to apply to all three universities, which I encourage. And just reach out to any of us if you need any help. We are here for you. And we hope you have a great week. Thank you for being with us.